Hi, it's Michelle with the Singing Baker, and we're going to have another Halloween edition today. I'm going to be making my favorite spinach artichoke dip. I've been making it for many years, except today I'm going to be putting it into a bread bowl that we're making, and I'm actually going to shape the bread bowl into like a mummy shapes for Halloween. Stay tuned. Today, if you want to take a snapshot to the right here, we are going to be needing some pizza dough. We also need 1 egg, a little bit of mozzarella cheese, a little bit of black olives, some artichokes, frozen spinach, cream cheese, mayo, Parmesan cheese, a little bit of garlic, some red pepper flakes, some salt, and some black pepper. Okay, so my first step here is I've taken some pizza dough, and I've just bought this pizza dough at the store, so you can just go grab yourself a package. It's a large package of pizza dough there. And I'm basically kneading it a little bit. You just basically put your palm into the dough and knead it. And then I've also have this out on a floured surface. So I'm just letting it kind of air out here. And then I'm going to put it on a greased baking sheet into an oval shape. So let me do that. So you just transfer it here to the baking sheet. You're going to form it into the oval shape, and then you're going to basically cover it with a warm towel so that it can rest for about 20 minutes or so to just finish rising. And then while it is rising, we're going to put together our spinach artichoke dip. For our spinach artichoke dip, our first step is I have some cream cheese in my bowl here. I'm basically going to mix all of my spinach artichoke dip ingredients together. So if you take the list that you have there on your recipe, just basically add each ingredient one at a time. I'm going to add the Parmesan cheese. I have my spinach. When you get your spinach, it is frozen from this recipe that I use, so make sure that you're really squeezing out all the excess water. Otherwise your dip will be a little bit too liquidy on you. So I usually squeeze out all the excess. A little bit of mayo. And I have my red pepper flakes, my salt, and my black pepper in here. Just going to sprinkle this in. And then my last two ingredients that I'll need are my artichokes and my garlic. For those, I'm going to chop them up. When I get my artichokes, I usually get just a can of the ones that are in water. You can also do the ones that are in oil as well. That's fine. Just take some of that oil out. So I'm just going to put this out on my cutting board and then do a quick chop on those. This is a favorite recipe that I've been making for years actually. It's pretty much my favorite spinach artichoke dip. I make it for lots of different gatherings. So I'm basically taking the same one and putting it in this mummy to do a little Halloween twist for fun. Okay. That is all set. I'm going to transfer the artichokes over. And you'll want to preheat your oven. I usually preheat my oven with this recipe to 350. However, since I'm doing the bread mummy as well, the bread mummy really needs a little bit of a higher temperature, so I'm actually going to do it at 375 today, just 25 degrees higher, and I'm going to just cook it a little bit less time. And this artichoke spinach dip is just really nice. It'll keep for days in the fridge if you happen to have any leftovers, and you just reheat it. Okay, I'm just giving this a good mix. And then I'm going to add my chopped garlic in here. For the garlic, I usually do 2 to 3 tablespoons. So that's a couple cloves if you have large cloves, or if they're small, then you can do about 3 of them. Okay. So I'm just getting into my garlic. So I've got a pretty large clove that just popped out here, so I'm going to take that one and then another small one. For your garlic, you can just take it and smash it on your cutting board. Nice big smash. And then you'll see that it pops right out of the skin. Once you feel the soft part, you're ready to chop. Just taking the skin off. Okay. And you want to fine chop with this one. You don't really want to have a huge piece of garlic in your mouth, but you want to be small pieces so that it just flavors the whole entire dish. Okay. We are all set. Okay, so you just basically give it a good mix, and then we're going to pop it in the oven, and then this is going to bake for about 35 to 40 minutes. All right, all set. Okay, so our spinach artichoke dip has been in the oven for about 20 minutes roughly, and then meanwhile our dough has been resting under a warm towel. I'm going to finish rolling it out a little bit, and then we're going to make sure it's in the oval shape, and then I'm actually going to indent a little bit at the very top. I'm just going to push it in so that we can make a little bit of a head for the mummy. So, just going to knead this a little bit here. Just make sure you're creating like a nice oval shape will be fine. So we're basically going to bake this in the oven for roughly 18 to 20 minutes, and then after that we're going to take it out and put some mozzarella strips on it for our wrap. And we're going to basically crisscross it so it looks like a mummy. Okay. This is a nice oval shape. I'm going to go ahead and just make a little bit of an indent on the end of the oval so that we can create the head for the mummy. There we go. And then right before we put it in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and brush it with some egg wash that we're going to do. You're basically just going to crack an egg and beat it really quick in a bowl. There we go. Just beat it with a fork and then brush your egg. Brush your egg over the dough here. This will give a nice golden color to your mummy. Okay, all set. Now we're going to pop it in the oven. So now that my bread is in the oven, that is cooking right now. And then my artichoke spinach dip is also finishing up. I'm going to be slicing some mozzarella sticks here. I just have a block of mozzarella that I purchased at the store. And then I'm going to be making some strips. I think I'm going to make them actually thinner than this. So take them down. And then what we do is we bake the bread in the oven so we can get its shape. And then we go back, in the last couple minutes, we're going to go ahead and put these mozzarella strips and then put it back in the oven so that they can kind of melt onto the bread. So just making a bunch of strips about this size. And we will put them on there at the very last few minutes. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a like and share the recipes with your friends. I try to put a new recipe on the page each week for you. So we are approaching the end of baking here, and as you see, I've taken out my mummy, and right now I'm just going to start placing this mozzarella all over the mummy here, and then I'm going to pop it back into the oven and let it melt basically onto the mummy. And you can put it different directions, whatever looks good to you. So here we are here. You basically just take the belly and you load it up with some of the yummy dip. And then you're ready to eat. I just basically carved out some of the belly there. And then it's just served like this, real cute. Now I'm gonna have a little taste. This is pretty much my favorite spinach artichoke dip. I don't make any other kind. It's just perfect, and I just keep making the same one over and over. It's nice and creamy. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you make it soon, and drop me a comment below. Let me know how you liked it. Till next time.